Have you ever imagined living on a square Earth? Picture this. You're driving your car, and suddenly, whoop, you fall right off the edge of the planet's corner. The ocean? Sliding down one side like melted ice cream? The mountains? Poking out from the corners like chocolate chips? And gravity? Oh, poor gravity would be having an existential crisis. So, why isn't our planet shaped like that? Why is Earth round? Spinning gracefully in space like a well-polished marble? Let's dive into the science and the silliness of our curvy little home. Let's start with the main artist behind Earth's shape, gravity. Gravity is the universe's invisible sculptor. It doesn't care about your opinions, politics, or your weird flat Earth uncle. It only cares about pulling things inward. Now, imagine you have a bunch of clay floating in space. Gravity will pull all that clay toward its own center of mass evenly, from all directions, over millions of years. That clump of clay will round itself out like a perfectly kneaded dough ball. That's why planets, stars, and even large moons all end up round. They aren't trying to be pretty, they're just obeying physics. If Earth were small, like an asteroid, gravity wouldn't be strong enough to overcome the material's rigidity, and then you could get a potato-shaped world. But when a planet becomes big enough, gravity wins. Every single time. Okay, but let's humor the idea. What if Earth was a cube? Could gravity make that happen? Spoiler alert, gravity says nope. If the Earth were cube-shaped, gravity would still pull everything toward the planet's center. That means that near the middle of each face, down would point toward the center. But as you move toward the edges, down would tilt diagonally. In other words, people living near the corners would feel like they're walking uphill all the time. Water would rush toward the center of each face, creating 6 giant oceans, one on each side. The corners and edges would be dry, mountainous deserts. And forget flying planes would need GPS designed by magicians just to stay level. So even if Earth started as a cube, gravity would slowly pull the corners in and round it out. In cosmic terms, the universe is allergic to sharp edges. Now here's where things get interesting. The Earth isn't a perfect sphere. In fact, she's a bit of a diva, a little thick around the middle. Because Earth spins, the centrifugal force pushes the equator outward slightly, making our planet an oblate spheroid. That means it's wider across the equator than from pole to pole, kind of like if you spun a water balloon really fast. At the equator, you actually weigh slightly less than at the poles, about 0.5% less. So technically, if you want to lose a few grams instantly, just move to Ecuador. Science-approved weight loss. Long before satellites, people already suspected Earth wasn't flat. The ancient Greeks noticed something. When ships sailed away, they didn't just shrink, they disappeared bottom first. That only happens on a curved surface. Aristotle also saw that during a lunar eclipse, Earth's shadow on the moon was always round. Even more fascinating, Eratosthenes, a Greek mathematician, measured the Earth's circumference around 240 BCE using just shadows and geometry. Meanwhile, ancient cultures in India, China, and the Islamic world developed their own models, refining the spherical Earth concept long before modern science confirmed it. So no, it wasn't NASA or Photoshop. Humanity figured this out thousands of years ago. Armed with nothing but brains and sunlight. Why do planets, stars, and even black holes all love being round? Because in the universe, roundness equals balance. Spheres minimize potential energy. They distribute gravitational force evenly. That's why raindrops, soap bubbles, and even stars take on spherical shapes. Round is the shape of peace in physics, no corners to argue over. In short, if you want to survive cosmic gravity, you better roll with it. Let's play what if. Pyramid Earth. You'd slide toward the base. Gravity K's guaranteed. Donut Earth. The atmosphere and oceans would form bizarre bands, and sunlight would burn the inner ring like a cosmic magnifying glass. Flat Earth. The atmosphere would collapse, gravity wouldn't be uniform, and you'd eventually fall off the edge after a long jog. The truth is simple. The laws of physics don't allow long-term stability in anything but a round, or nearly round shape. Nature always finds a way to smooth things out, literally. There's something poetic about the fact that our home is round. It's not just physics, it's symmetry, balance, and harmony. From sunrise to sunset, from orbit to ocean tide, the roundness of Earth shapes everything about life. Every photo from space, that glowing blue marble suspended in darkness, is a reminder. Round isn't boring. It's beautiful. It's how gravity, time, and motion create something stable enough for us to live on and dream under. So next time you see the moon rise, or the curve of the horizon at the beach, give a little nod to gravity. It's the invisible hand that turned chaos into a home. So, my friends, that's why Earth is round and not square. Because the universe loves curves. They're efficient, elegant, and a little bit cosmic. The next time someone tells you the world is flat, just smile and ask, then why doesn't the ocean slide off the edge? Remember, curiosity is what keeps us spinning. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fun, fascinating journeys through science, nature, and the weird wonders of our world.